Alert at Soldier Field. Are the Bears management making savvy moves or playing with the team's future? First, a three-time Super Bowl champion arrives to compete against a young prospect. Is this a stroke of genius or a shot in the dark? Second, a draft guru wields the knife and suggests ignoring the offensive line, protecting the franchise, or throwing IT to the slaughterhouse. And third, $2 million for an invisible soldier. Strategic investment or money down the drain? If Caleb Williams ends up in no man's land due to these decisions, the fans will be calling for heads. Are they building a legacy or digging their grave? Don't move. This is Bears Nation on fire. Subscribe now, or you'll never know if 2025 will be glory or tragedy. The Chicago Bears are on the move, and this is going to electrify you fans. Did you think Ben Johnson's offensive revolution ended with Olamide Zaccos? You were wrong. The Bears house welcomed Mecole Hardman this Monday, a three-time Super Bowl champion with the Chiefs. Are we looking at a legendary signing or a desperate attempt? I tell you this, don't miss a second. Let's talk Hardman. This man came into the NFL like a lightning bolt in 2019. As a rookie, 538 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a Pro Bowl. Where is that Hardman? Because since 2021, his chart is a rocket taking off. T.O. crash in 2024 with the Jets and Chiefs, 208 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Does that sound like it deserves $1 million contract? I ask you, matching Chicago or a facade? Here's the key play, fans. DJ Moore and Romo Duns are your stars. Zaccos, third receiver. Hardman, he'd be direct. Competition. And why does this matter? Because Tyler Scott has been invisible, 33 receptions in 2 seasons. But beware, is Hardman a better option than keeping Scott and Zaccos? Because he brings 3 rings and 52 playoff games. Is that worth more than recent stats? The real test. Hardman isn't coming to be a star. He's coming to be a secret weapon. Deep threat, explosive returns, mentoring under pressure. Do you know who else was at Hollis Hall? Rondale Moore. Another speedy runner with recurring injuries. What does this tell us? That Ben Johnson wants speed at any cost. Are you willing to risk it for a receiver who hasn't broken 300 yards since 2021? Here's my final judgment. Bears Nation. If the goal is to add experience in epic battles, Hardman is a yes. Conditional. But if you expect him to replace a Tyler Scott who can still grow, it's a mistake. Minimum money. Sign him? Investing more? Think twice. And now I ask you, what would you do? Do you bet on Mecole Hardman as the third receiver or support Tyler Scott to break out in 2025? Are the Bears making a historic mistake? What are they doing at Hollis Hall? Because what Mel Kiper just dropped in his latest mock draft is a showstopper. Yes, you heard that right. The ESPN guru has dropped a bombshell. In his latest projection, the Bears are not going for an offensive lineman in the first round. No, this is not a joke. Instead, they are targeting Mecole Williams, the relentless pass rusher from Georgia. Can you believe IT? Are we crazy, OR? Is this a masterstroke? Let's break it down. The controversial move. Kiper argues that Mecole Williams, with his explosive mix of speed and power, could be that dominant piece the defensive line needs. And watch out. The kid comes off 5 sacks in a season plagued by injuries. Promise or projection? Because let's be clear. Chicago already signed Dale Odeimbo and veteran Grady Jarrett in free agency. Do they really need more defensive depth? I'm asking. Or maybe Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson are seeing something we're not. The numbers don't lie. 40 sacks average. Pass win rate of 36.5%, 24th in the NFL. Would an addition like Williams boost those numbers? Maybe, but here's the kicker. Caleb Williams took 68 sacks in 2024, 68. That's a death sentence for any quarterback. And now, instead of fortifying the franchise, They prioritize defense. I can't believe it. The head-scratching contradiction. Jonah Jackson, the new guard acquired by trade, made it clear. We need to build trust in Caleb. If we crush him again, what future do we have? Exactly, Jonah. And what does Kuiper do? He says, oh, but they already have Thuney, Jackson, and Dowman. Let me laugh. Do 3 signings erase years of neglect on the offensive line? Let me remind you that in the NFL, depth matters. One wrong. Hit and Caleb's in the hospital. The burning question. Is Ryan Poles being too confident? We're all excited about Caleb's potential, says the GM. Of course. But what's the point of potential if he's running for his life? Let me tell you this. Caleb Williams is not Patrick Mahomes. He can't dance for 10 seconds in the pocket. He needs protection, not another defensive project. The final debate. Kuiper wants to shake up the board. But at what cost? If the Bears ignore the offensive line in the draft, aren't they playing Russian roulette with their most valuable investment? Imagine, 2025 season, Williams injured, and the fans asking, why didn't they draft that tackle from Michigan? Let me make this clear. Prioritizing defense over Caleb is like buying a Ferrari and putting bicycle wheels on it. No, nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen monoxide. Michael Williams might be a talent, but without a healthy QB, this team goes nowhere. And now I ask the fans, what would you do? Strengthen the offensive line to protect Caleb at all costs, or follow Kuiper's proposal and chase the star pass rusher? Write protect or chase in the comments. Do you think the Bears are playing cards or building a real team? Because they just retained Travis Homer with a 1-year, $2 million contract. Is this a strategic move or just a patch? I'll tell you the truth without filters. Let's start with the facts, folks. Homer, the man who fears not getting his gloves dirty on special teams, is back. But WA, what does this move tell us? Let me explain. In 2024, this guy played only 10 games due to finger and hamstring injuries. But when he was on the field, he made 6 tackles on special teams. Do you think that justifies $2 million? I'm asking you. Now, let's not fool ourselves. Homer is not. Derrick Henry, in 2 seasons with the Bears, he had only 9 offensive touches, 34 yards. What kind of impact is that? But hey, don't get it twisted. This man has played 419 snaps on special teams since 2023. Did you know that's more than 80% of his participation? He's a shadow warrior. And here's my strong opinion. The Bears are not investing in Homer as a running back. No, this is a clear message that special teams are a priority. Coordinator Richard Hightower already said it. Consistency is key. And you know what? With the renewal of Josh Blackwell and Amen Ogbongbemiga, the Bears are building a war squad in the 3rd phase. Do you think that will make a difference in 2025? I do. But WAIT, not everything is rosy. Homer is 26 years old and has a history of injuries. Can he stay on his feet all season? Or will this be another contract ending up on the injured list? I'll leave that question in the air. Now, my final argument. Special teams win games. Remember Devin Hester's returns? IT was magic. Today, Homer is not Hester, but he's a notebook of effort. On a team looking to contend, every tackle, every yard counts. Is $2 million worth his leadership and sacrifice? I think so. But now, my question for you Bears fans. Is Travis Homer the key player that special teams need, or should the Bears have looked for more impactful reinforcements? All eyes are on the Chicago Bears roster. And the question is clear. Should Mecole Hardman establish himself as the 3rd receiver in 2025? You know the potential of this team better than anyone. Which path would you choose? But that's not all. Analysts like Mel Kiper have sparked debate. Is it a priority to fortify the offensive line to protect Caleb Williams, or should the Bears take a risk on a star pass rusher like Michael Williams? The competition in the NFC North is unforgiving. Strengthen the trenches or bet on defensive impact. And we can't ignore Travis Homer. Is he the piece that special teams need to dominate? Or should management look for a stronger reinforcement? In a game where every yard counts, his name is under scrutiny. Do you trust his experience or demand more movement in the market? This is the moment to raise your voice, Bears Nation. Your opinions shape this community. Share your answers in the comments. What decisions would take you back to the top? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel here. In this family, every like, every comment, and every subscription strengthens our legacy. Let's make history together. Ready for the next chapter? Activate the notification bell and join the conversation. See you next time, Bears fans.